Every moment you spend waiting for someone to save you is a moment wasted. Life doesn't pause for anyone, and no one is going to hand you your success, your freedom, or your happiness. The power to change, to rise, to conquer your circumstances, it has always been inside you. You have the ability to stand, to act, and to take control of your life, even when everything seems against you. The challenges, the setbacks, the moments of doubt, they are not there to defeat you. They are there to show you that the only person who can truly lift you up, guide you forward, and create the life you want is you. Right now is your moment. Right now is the time to get up, take charge, and save yourself. Number 1, stop waiting for rescue. No one is coming to save you. There comes a time in every person's life when they realize that no one is coming to rescue them. Not their parents, not their friends, not their boss, not even luck or fate. The truth is, the life you want will not be handed to you. The doors won't open just because you hope they will. You have to stand up and open them yourself. Most people wait their entire lives for someone to see their potential, to give them a break, to fix what's broken, or to take away the pain. But that wait becomes their trap. Waiting keeps you powerless. Waiting keeps you dependent. Waiting keeps you stuck in the same place year after year while time moves on without you. The moment you stop waiting for rescue, your life begins to change. You begin to see that every answer, every opportunity, and every ounce of strength you need has been within you all along. The world owes you nothing, but it offers you everything if you're willing to take responsibility for your life and do the work. No one else can save you from your habits, your fears, or your laziness. No one else can make you get up when you fall or push you when you stop trying. That's your job. The more you accept that, the more power you take back. When you realize no one is coming to save you, you stop living as a victim and start living as a creator. You stop saying, "Why is this happening to me?" and start asking, "What can I do about it?" That single shift changes everything. It makes you responsible for your choices, your progress, and your outcomes. It gives you control, not over everything that happens to you, but over how you respond to it. And that's where real growth begins, in the response. Because your life isn't shaped by the events you go through, but by how you decide to face them. Think about it. Every successful person you admire started from a place of struggle. They didn't wait for someone to lift them up. They got up themselves. They faced rejection, they faced failure, and they faced self-doubt, but they refused to stay down. They understood that no one was coming to rescue them, so they learned to rescue themselves. They learned to take responsibility for their learning, their habits, their mindset, and their results. That's the difference between those who move forward and those who remain stuck, the willingness to act instead of waiting. You have the same power. You might be facing setbacks, financial struggles, loneliness, or uncertainty, but the solution begins with you standing up again. The most powerful decision you can make is to stop expecting life to get easier and start getting stronger instead. Every day you choose to stay the same is a day you hand your power to something else. Fear, doubt, excuses, or comfort. But every day you choose to take action, no matter how small, you regain control over your direction. You don't need someone to tell you it's time to move. You already know. Deep down, you felt that pull to do more, to be more, to rise above where you are right now. That feeling is not an accident. It's your inner voice reminding you that you're capable of changing your situation. You don't need rescue because you already have the ability to rebuild your life from the ground up. You have a mind that can think, a body that can act, and a will that can endure. That's more than enough to start. The truth is, life becomes better the moment you stop waiting for someone else to make it better. You start to realize that complaining doesn't fix anything. Blaming doesn't change anything. Hoping without action doesn't move anything forward. Only decisions do. Only discipline does. Only consistent action, fueled by responsibility and self-belief, can pull you out of the place you're in and move you toward the life you want. When you stop expecting others to save you, you free yourself from disappointment. You stop giving your emotions to people who can't fix what's broken inside you. You stop expecting someone to carry your burden, and instead you strengthen your own back. That's where pride is built, not in what others do for you, but in what you do for yourself. The day you get up and take control of your life is the day you start building real confidence, because you're no longer depending on anyone else to do what only you can do. Standing up for yourself doesn't mean you won't face fear or pain. It means you'll move anyway. You'll act despite the fear, and you'll use the pain as energy to push forward. You'll learn that no one is coming to rescue you, not because the world doesn't care, but because it's not their job. It's yours. The only person who can save you from your own hesitation is you. The only one who can rebuild your life after a setback is you. The only one who can create discipline out of chaos is you. There's power in taking responsibility. There's freedom in it too. Because once you own everything, your past, your mistakes, your circumstances, you realize you also own your future. And that means no matter how bad things look, you have the power to change them. You can stand up right now and decide that you won't wait another day, another year, another excuse. You'll save yourself by taking the first step, then another and another after that. That's how house turns. That's how every life turns around, one decision at a time. No one is coming to save you because you were never meant to be saved. You were meant to rise. You were meant to grow stronger through struggle, wiser through failure, and more determined through pain. You were meant to build yourself into the person who doesn't need rescue because you became your own strength. So get up, stop waiting, stop hoping for a handout or a miracle. The only miracle you need is your own decision to begin. That's where everything changes. The moment you stand up and say, I will save myself. Number 2, take responsibility for every area of your life. There comes a time when you must stop blaming the world for what you don't have and start taking full control of your life. Nothing changes until you do. Every part of your life, your health, your finances, your relationships, your habits reflects the level of responsibility you've accepted. When you take responsibility, you take back your power. You stop saying it's their fault and start asking, what can I do differently? That's where real growth begins. The moment you stop pointing fingers and start looking in the mirror, you begin to see the truth. The truth is that no one can fix your life for you. No one can build your dream for you. It's your job. It's your responsibility. When you wake up each morning, understand that your choices write the story of your future. Every meal you eat, every word you speak, every hour you waste, and every step you take are shaping who you are becoming. People who take responsibility don't wait for motivation. They create momentum. They don't say, I'll start when I feel ready. They say, I'll start now and figure it out as I go. That mindset separates achievers from dreamers. People live in denial, always searching for someone or something to blame for why they're not where they want to be. They blame the economy, their family, their boss, their past, but blame never builds anything. It only keeps you trapped where you are. The day you stop blaming is the day your life starts moving forward. Responsibility doesn't mean everything will be easy. It means you accept that no matter how hard it gets, you will own your reaction to it. Life will test you, people will disappoint you, and plans will fail. But how you respond to those moments determines your destiny. Some people crumble when things go wrong, others rise higher. The difference isn't luck, it's responsibility. When something breaks, you can cry about it or you can fix it. The second option always leads to progress. If you want to build a great life, Start with the foundation of responsibility. Without it, every success you achieve will eventually collapse. Every successful person you admire made a decision at some point to stop running from responsibility. They stopped making excuses and started taking ownership. They said, "This is my life. My results are my responsibility." When you live by that code, you become unstoppable because nothing can make you feel powerless anymore. Even if something isn't your fault, it's still your problem to solve. That's how strong people think. They don't wait for perfect conditions or fair treatment. They play the hand they're dealt and find a way to win anyway. You can change your entire life by shifting one belief, the belief that you are fully in charge of what happens next. The job you want, the health you desire, the peace you seek, all of it begins with your decision to take control. If you don't like your current situation, you have two choices: complain or change. Complaining wastes energy. Changing builds confidence. One keeps you weak, the other makes you stronger. You can't have both. Start paying attention to the small decisions you make each day. Those little choices define your direction. The food you eat, the people you hang around, how you spend your time, all of it adds up. The easiest way to destroy your potential is to ignore your responsibilities. The easiest way to rise above your past is to take full ownership of your present. Responsibility is not a burden. It's your freedom. It gives you the power to shape your life instead of being a victim of it. When you say, "I'm responsible," you become the driver of your life. You stop waiting for someone else to guide you, approve you, or save you. You stop expecting others to change before you take action. You stop living by chance and start living by choice. That's where personal power lives, in your choices. If you don't take control of your habits will control you. If you don't take control of your emotions will control you. And if you don't take control of your direction, life will push you somewhere you never planned to go. So start where you are. If your finances are a mess, take responsibility for learning how money works. If your health is declining, take responsibility for how you eat and move. If your relationships are falling apart, take responsibility for your words and actions. The moment you do, you stop being helpless. You start seeing results. The more responsibility you accept, the more control you gain. There's no peace in running from your problems. There's peace in facing them. There's power in knowing that your future is in your hands. You don't need to have all the answers right now. You just need to accept that the answers won't come from anyone else. You are the one who must do the work, build the discipline, and stay consistent. You are the one who must face your weaknesses and turn them into strengths. The world rewards those who take ownership, not those who make excuses. Taking responsibility for your life doesn't mean you'll always succeed, but it means you'll always grow. And growth is what changes everything. The moment you start living with that mindset, you'll notice something incredible. Your confidence rises, your decisions become clearer, and your life starts to align with your goals. That's when you'll realize that no one was ever meant to save you, because you were always meant to save yourself. Number 3, stand up after every fall and learn from the pain. There are moments in life when you'll fall so hard that it feels like the ground has betrayed you. You'll give your best and things will still fall apart. You'll trust people and they'll disappoint you. You'll plan everything perfectly and life will still throw you into chaos. But falling isn't the end. It's the beginning of strength. It carries a message, and the people who rise again are the ones who pay attention to what the pain is trying to teach them. Falling is not a sign of weakness. It's a sign that you tried. And trying means you had the courage to take a step forward when others stood still. The pain you feel after falling isn't meant to destroy you. It's meant to rebuild you into someone stronger, wiser, and more determined. Most people don't fail because they're not capable. They fail because they stop trying after their first fall. They give up when it gets hard. But those who rise again, those who look at the pain and say, I will not let this define me, become unstoppable. When you fall, don't focus on the fall itself. Focus on the lesson it brings. Every disappointment, every rejection, every mistake, each one teaches you something valuable. Maybe it's patience, maybe it's humility, maybe it's resilience. The point is, pain has purpose if you decide to use it. Too many people waste their pain by complaining about it. They relive it instead of learning from it. But if you're willing to stand up, shake off the dust, and say, this won't be the end of me, you turn pain into power. Standing up after a fall takes more than motivation. It takes maturity. It means accepting that life is not supposed to be fair. It means understanding that growth doesn't happen when everything is easy. It happens when you choose to rise despite the difficulty. Every person you admire has fallen countless times. The difference is they didn't stay down. They didn't allow failure to become their identity. They stood up even when it hurt, even when no one believed in them. They understood that progress requires pain. When you stand up after falling, you build something far more valuable than success. You build character. You learn who you really are. You discover how strong you can be when life tests you. You start to understand that every challenge you overcome increases your value as a person. The more you endure, the more capable you become. And one day, you'll look back at those painful moments and realize they shaped you into the person you needed to be. The truth is, life will always knock you down. You can't control how or when, but you can control what happens next. Some people stay on the ground and blame others for their situation. Others rise again and keep moving forward, no matter how slow the progress feels. The ones who rise again are the ones who win. Falling is temporary, staying down is a choice. Every time you stand up, you build your future one step at a time. There's something powerful about refusing to give up. It changes your energy. It changes how you see yourself. When you rise after failure, you begin to respect yourself differently. You stop feeling like a victim and start feeling like a fighter. You stop waiting for the world to be kind and start focusing on becoming stronger. That's when life starts working in your favor. When you're done, stop feeling sorry for yourself and start doing something about it. Pain will either teach you or torture you, depending on what you do with it. You can let it break your spirit, or you can let it build your strength. When you stand up after falling, you teach your mind that you're not fragile. You prove to yourself that no matter how hard it gets, you can endure it. That belief changes everything, because once you know you can survive failure, you stop fearing it. And when fear disappears, some people waste years waiting for the pain to stop before they take another step. They want everything to feel right again before they move forward. But the truth is, healing happens while walking, not while standing still. You heal by trying again, by rebuilding your confidence piece by piece. Every small action you take after falling is a declaration that you're not done yet. It's your way of saying, I still believe in my future, even after the fall. So, when life knocks you down, don't wait for anyone to pick you up. Don't wait for perfect timing or encouragement. Stand up for yourself. Stand up, because your story isn't over. Every scar you carry is proof that you've survived something that was meant to break you. Those scars are not shameful. They're signs of strength. They remind you that you've been through hard times before and you can face them again. The truth is, you will fall again. Everyone does. But every time you rise higher. Every lesson you learn makes you wiser. Every pain you survive makes you stronger. And with every comeback, you build a life that's unshakable. So when the world knocks you down, take a breath, feel the pain, learn the lesson, and rise again. Because the person who refuses to stay down will always find a way to win in the end. Number 4, build discipline when motivation disappears. There will come a time when the excitement fades, when your motivation runs dry, and when your goals no longer feel as inspiring as they once did. That's when most people stop. They wait for the right mood, the right energy, or the right moment to get started again, but that moment rarely comes. The truth is, you cannot depend on motivation to carry you through life. Motivation is temporary. Discipline is permanent. Discipline is what takes over when your emotions fail you. It's what separates the people who dream from the people who achieve. Every person feels tired, bored, or uninspired at times. The difference is how they respond to that feeling. The weak wait until they feel ready. The strong act even when they don't want to. Discipline is doing what you said you would do long after the excitement has faded. It's about keeping your promises to yourself even when nobody is watching. The people who build a successful life aren't always motivated. They're consistent. They show up again and again, even when it's inconvenient. Discipline doesn't require energy. It creates it. When you build a habit of doing the hard things, your mind stops negotiating with comfort. You stop wasting time thinking, should I do this today? And instead just do it because it's who you are now. That's when the real transformation happens. You stop being driven by feelings and start being driven by principles. You stop chasing moods and start chasing mastery. Motivation will make you start, but discipline will make you finish. Think about how many times you felt inspired to change your life. A new goal, a new habit, a new plan, but a few days later, the fire went out. That's the trap of motivation. It's emotional, not reliable. Discipline, however, doesn't care about your mood. It's built on commitment. It's built on a decision that says, I'll show up no matter how I feel. And when you live like that, you begin to trust yourself at a deeper level. Discipline isn't built overnight. It's built in small, repetitive actions that no one sees. Waking up early when you could sleep in. Finishing your work when distractions call your name. Saying no to temporary comfort for the sake of long-term growth. Those small wins create mental strength. They train your mind to obey your purpose, not your emotions. That's how real power is developed, not through bursts of motivation, but through quiet, consistent effort. When you stop relying on motivation, you stop being a prisoner of your feelings. Motivation says, I'll do it when I feel like it. Discipline says, I'll do it because I decided to. Motivation fades when you're tired. Discipline pushes through the tiredness. Motivation disappears when life gets hard. Discipline shows up anyway. It's not glamorous. It's not always fun. But it's how you build a life that you're proud of. There's freedom in discipline. Most people think discipline is restrictive, but it's the opposite. Discipline gives you control. It gives you stability when everything else feels uncertain. It gives you confidence because you know that even if things go wrong, you won't fall apart. You'll keep moving step by step. And that's how progress is built, one disciplined choice at a time. When you wake up in the morning and don't feel like doing what needs to be done, remind yourself feelings are temporary, but the results of discipline last forever. Each time you follow through on your commitments, you build trust in yourself. And once you trust yourself, your potential becomes unlimited. You no longer depend on the world to motivate you. You become your own source of strength. The truth is, discipline is the only path to freedom. It gives you control over your time, your energy, and your direction. Without it, you drift. With it, you rise. Motivation may start the fire, but discipline keeps it burning when everything else tries to put it out. Discipline is what keeps you going after the applause stops, after the excitement fades, after everyone else has quit. So when motivation disappears, and it will, don't wait for it to come back. Move anyway. Work anyway. Show up anyway. Because that's how you build a life that lasts. You won't always feel like doing it, but one day you'll look back and realize that every act of discipline created the strength, success, and peace you were searching for all along. Number 5, replace excuses with daily action and progress. Excuses are the invisible chains that keep most people stuck exactly where they are. They sound reasonable. They sound fair. But they're the biggest reason why people never see the life they dream about. Excuses protect your comfort zone, not your potential. You can't grow and make excuses at the same time. Every time you say, "I'll start later," "I don't later," "I don't have time," or "it's too hard," you're building a wall between yourself and the life you could be living. There's always a reason to wait, but there's never a reward in waiting. The truth is, your goals don't care how you feel. Progress doesn't depend on how motivated you are. It depends on what you do daily. One small action, repeated consistently, will always beat 1,000 empty promises you make to yourself. The people who change their lives aren't the ones who talk about it. They're the ones who show up no matter what. You can tell how serious someone is about their future by what they do when no one's watching. Most people only take action when it's convenient. But the ones who rise, the ones who build something meaningful, they move even when it's uncomfortable. They don't let emotions decide their effort. They understand that growth requires consistency, not comfort. Excuses will whisper that you're not ready. They'll tell you to wait for the right time, the right opportunity, the right motivation. But the right time doesn't exist. You create it the moment you take the first step. Waiting for perfect conditions is a trap because conditions will never be perfect. There will always be something standing in your way: fear, doubt, distractions, or discomfort. You can either use them as reasons to stop or as fuel to push forward. Every excuse steals a piece of your confidence. Each time you say you'll start tomorrow, your belief in yourself weakens a little more. But every action, no matter how small, rebuilds that belief. The moment you decide to stop negotiating with your excuses and take control of your day, everything begins to shift. Your mind becomes sharper. Your purpose becomes clearer. You start to trust yourself again because you're finally following through. Progress doesn't always feel exciting. Sometimes it's repetitive, sometimes it's quiet, but every day you choose action over excuses, you're changing who you are becoming. You're building a foundation that can hold your dreams. It's not about how much you do in one day, it's about what you do every day. The small things compound. The small steps add up. Over time, they create massive change. When you rely on excuses, you hand your power over to your circumstances. When you choose action, you take that power back. You begin to see that your progress has nothing to do with luck or timing. It has everything to do with effort and direction. You might not control everything in your life, but you control your decisions. You control whether you act or avoid. You control whether you move forward or stay stuck. You'll never feel ready to start, and that's okay. No one ever feels ready. The difference between winners and dreamers is that winners begin even when they feel unprepared. They move through doubt, not around it. They use action to kill fear. Every time they do something uncomfortable, they prove to themselves that they can handle more. Over time, that mindset becomes their strength. Excuses will always sound convincing because they're built from fear. Fear of failing, fear of judgment, fear of wasting effort. But if you look closely, the cost of inaction is far greater than the cost of failure. You can recover from mistakes. You can adjust and improve, but you can't recover the time you lose waiting for the perfect moment. Progress is the best medicine for fear, doubt, and laziness. You can't think your way into a better life. You have to work your way there. Every small win builds momentum. Every day you keep your word to yourself, you build discipline. And discipline is what separates those who wish from those who achieve. If you ever feel like you're not moving fast enough, remember that slow progress is still progress. Consistent effort, even on the hard days, is what transforms you. Because the truth is, you'll never regret taking action, but you'll always regret not trying. Excuses feel comfortable today, but painful tomorrow. Action feels hard today, but powerful tomorrow. You don't need permission to start. You don't need anyone to motivate you. You just need to take the first step and refuse to stop. Every day you choose action, you're rewriting your story. Every day you replace excuses with effort, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of more. The life you want won't come from waiting. It'll come from working. And that work begins the moment you stop saying I can't and start saying I will. Number 6, surround yourself with people who push you forward. Let me tell you something that can completely change your life. If you truly understand it, your environment is stronger than your willpower. You can have all the goals, dreams, and desires in the world, but if you surround yourself with people who don't believe in growth, you'll eventually start shrinking to fit their comfort. It's one of the silent killers of ambition, being around people who are comfortable staying where they are. You must protect your surroundings like your future depends on it, because it does. You see, your circle either feeds your hunger or kills your drive. Every conversation you have is planting a seed, either one that grows your mindset or one that keeps you trapped in mediocrity. If you hang around complainers, you'll start finding new things to complain about. If you hang around people who blame everyone else for their problems, you'll start doing the same. But if you surround yourself with people who challenge you, people who expect more from you, people who are not impressed by your excuses, you'll grow. You'll rise to meet that new standard. The truth is, it's uncomfortable to level up your circle. It's uncomfortable to outgrow people you once felt close to, but it's necessary because you cannot move forward while staying tied to people who keep pulling you backward. Sometimes the reason you're not progressing isn't because you're lazy, unmotivated, or untalented. It's because your environment is too small for the dreams inside you. You can't expect to think big while constantly hearing small-minded conversations. Look, success doesn't happen in isolation. It happens in elevation. You rise when you're around people who make you stretch, people who don't let you settle for average, people who hold you accountable, people who make you feel like you need to do better just by being around them. That's the kind of company that builds greatness. Here's what I've learned. If you want to change your life, start by changing your conversations. Instead of talking about people, start talking about ideas. Instead of gossiping, start strategizing. Instead of wasting hours complaining about what's wrong, spend time discussing how to make it right. When you shift the tone of your circle, you shift the direction of your life. Be honest with yourself. Who's in your circle right now? Who are you listening to? Who are you learning from? Are these people helping you grow, or are they keeping you stuck? Because every person in your life is either a step forward or a step backward. You need people who push you toward discipline, progress, and purpose, not comfort, excuses, and distraction. And when you find those people, hold on to them, because people who truly want to see you win are rare. Surround yourself with the ones who tell you the truth, not just what you want to hear. The ones who challenge you to keep going when you're ready to quit. The ones who celebrate your wins, but still remind you that there's more work to be done. That's the kind of energy that builds champions. So ask yourself today, do the people around me reflect where I'm going or where I've been? If they only remind you of your past, it's time to upgrade your circle. But if they remind you of your potential, you're in the right place. Don't forget this. Don't forget this. Growth requires separation. You can't fly while holding hands with those who refuse to leave the ground. It's not selfish to outgrow people. It's necessary for survival. Because when you rise, you create space for others to rise too. So build your circle carefully. Surround yourself with people who push you to think bigger, work harder, and believe deeper. Because the truth is simple. You can't do everything alone, but you can't grow with just anyone either. The right people will remind you who you are when you forget. They'll push you toward your best self. And when that happens, your entire life begins to change. Number 7, turn struggles into strength by refusing to quit. One of the hardest truths about life is that struggles are unavoidable. Everyone faces them. Everyone hits walls that seem impossible to climb. Everyone experiences setbacks that feel personal and overwhelming. But here's what separates people who rise from those who stay down: refusing to quit. Refusing to quit turns the weight of struggle into fuel for growth. It turns pain into power. It turns obstacles into lessons that no one can take away from you. When challenges hit, the first instinct is often to run, to complain, or to give up. It's natural to feel overwhelmed. But if you keep running from the fight, you'll never know how strong you really are. Each struggle carries a hidden lesson, and every time you refuse to surrender, you absorb that lesson and turn it into strength. Strength isn't given, it's earned. It's built in the moments when quitting would have been the easier choice, but you chose persistence instead. Think about what happens when you face a setback. Your mind fills with frustration, doubt, and fear. That's the moment most people give up. But if you push through, if you take even the smallest step forward while everyone else would stop, create momentum. Momentum compounds. Momentum that begins to shape you into someone who is unstoppable, someone who sees challenges as opportunities instead of threats. Every struggle has a pattern, and it's worth noticing. When life tests you, it's showing you exactly where you need to grow. It's highlighting weaknesses, gaps, and areas that need your focus. You can fight the struggle, or you can study it. You can see it as an enemy, or you can see it as a teacher. And here's the key. The people who transform their lives aren't the ones who avoid challenges. They're the ones who learn from them, adapt, and keep moving forward. Persistence doesn't mean reckless action. It means consistent effort. It means refusing to let temporary defeat define your future. It means showing up even when your energy is low, your mind is tired, and the outcome is uncertain. Every small decision to keep going accumulates into resilience, courage, and confidence. That accumulation becomes your strength, and over time, it becomes unshakable. Remember, your struggles are not roadblocks. They are building blocks. They are shaping your character, your endurance, and your ability to thrive in situations that would break others. When you refuse to quit, even the toughest moments transform into proof of your resilience. You begin to see that failure is not a destination, but a step along the path of progress. Refusing to quit also changes the way you see life. You stop fearing difficulty because you've learned that you survive it. You stop avoiding challenges because you know that each challenge strengthens you. You stop blaming circumstances because you recognize that your response is what defines your future. The struggle doesn't disappear, but your perspective does. You begin to view setbacks not as punishment, but as preparation for something greater. Look at people who have achieved extraordinary things. The common thread isn't luck. It isn't always talent. It's persistence. It's the ability to face failure, disappointment, and hardship without letting them end the journey. They didn't get there because the road was easy. They got there because they refused to quit, no matter how hard the road became. So when life pushes you down, when obstacles feel too heavy, when progress seems impossible, make a choice. Don't quit. Take that struggle, examine it, learn from it, and use it to become stronger. Turn frustration into focus, doubt into determination, and pain into power. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a declaration that you are stronger than your circumstances. Strength built from struggle is permanent. It becomes part of who you are. You carry it with you into every future challenge, every goal, and every opportunity. And the more you refuse to quit, the more resilient and capable you become. Struggles stop being something to fear and start becoming tools you use to grow. Your life is not defined by the challenges you face, but by your response to them. By refusing to quit, you turn struggle into a foundation for success, endurance, and greatness. You turn the impossible into evidence of what is possible. Every setback becomes a setup for a comeback, and every moment of pain becomes a building block for your strength. Refusing to quit is not easy. It's exhausting. It's uncomfortable. But the strength you build from it is worth everything. It's the difference between watching life happen and taking control of your own destiny. Every struggle you face is an invitation to rise, to prove to yourself that you are stronger than your circumstances. Every challenge is an opportunity to turn adversity into achievement. The choice is always yours. You can quit and let struggles define you, or you can refuse to quit and let them shape you into someone stronger, wiser, and unstoppable. The path won't be easy, but nothing worth achieving ever is. Keep going, stand tall, face the struggle head on, and watch yourself transform as every difficulty becomes a step forward rather than a barrier. Number 8, focus on growth, not pity or complaints. Life will throw challenges your way, and sometimes it feels unfair. You'll encounter situations that push you to the limit, people who misunderstand you, and circumstances that seem impossible. In these moments, it's natural to feel frustrated, to complain, or to dwell on why things aren't going your way. But the people who succeed, the people who change their lives, don't waste energy on pity or complaints. They focus on growth. They focus on what they can learn, how they can improve, and how they can take the next step forward no matter how tough things seem. When you focus on growth, every challenge becomes an opportunity to get stronger, wiser, and more capable. Complaining keeps you stuck. It makes problems bigger than they are and leaves you waiting for someone else to fix them. Pity keeps you small. It feeds doubt and fear, making it harder to move forward. Growth, on the other hand, forces you to take responsibility, to examine yourself, and to figure out what actions will move you closer to your goals. Growth requires honest reflection. It requires asking yourself, what can I do differently? What lesson is here for me? How can I use this situation to improve my skills, my thinking, or my approach? When you make this shift, life stops being something that happens to you and starts being something you respond to with intention. You stop waiting for rescue and you start taking control. You stop blaming others and you start empowering yourself. Focusing on growth means being willing to work on yourself even when it's uncomfortable. It means looking at your weaknesses without shame and your failures without fear. It means understanding that each problem, each challenge is a teacher showing you what you need to become the person capable of handling life at a higher level. So, every setback has a lesson. Every difficulty has a skill hidden within it, and every disappointment contains the chance to grow stronger. Complaints and pity are easy. They are immediate. They give a sense of relief, a temporary escape from responsibility. But that relief is short-lived. Growth requires patience, effort, and persistence. It requires long hours of thought, work, and self-discipline. It demands that you resist the temptation to focus on what you don't have, and instead channel your energy into creating what you want. The results may not be instant, but they are lasting. When you focus on growth, your mindset changes. You see obstacles not as threats, but as steps. You stop being paralyzed by fear of failure because every failure is now an opportunity to improve. You stop resenting what you don't have because your attention is on what you can create. You stop envying others because your focus is on becoming better than you were yesterday. Growth becomes your lens, your framework for decision-making, and your measure of success. The people around you notice this shift too. When you complain or seek pity, it drains energy and distances others. When you focus on growth, you become magnetic. People are drawn to your energy, your determination, and your ability to stay calm and productive under pressure. You inspire by example, showing that challenges don't define you. Your response does. Your actions speak louder than words, and your consistent growth becomes proof that change is possible. To focus on growth, you need to control where your attention goes. Complaints and pity are distractions that feed negativity. Growth requires deliberate focus. It means asking questions like, what is the next step I can take? What skill can I develop today that will help me overcome this challenge? How can I turn this situation into an advantage? These questions shift your brain from victim mode to creator mode. They direct energy towards solutions instead of problems, progress instead of frustration, and action instead of inaction. Growth also comes from surrounding yourself with the right influences. Being around people who focus on excuses, complaints, or blame will pull you down. Being around those who focus on learning, progress, and solutions will push you forward. The energy you absorb affects your mindset, so choose carefully. Let your environment reinforce the habit of growth instead of the habit of complaint. One of the most powerful aspects of focusing on growth is resilience. Life will continue to challenge you. People will continue to disappoint you. Circumstances will never be perfect. But if your focus is on growth, you develop the ability to adapt, to learn, and to keep moving forward no matter what comes. You become less reactive, less frustrated, and more capable of handling anything life throws at you. When growth becomes your priority, the need for pity disappears. Complaints fade away because they no longer serve your purpose. You measure your success by your progress, your learning, and your ability to respond effectively to life's challenges. Each day becomes a chance to improve. Each setback becomes a lesson, and each success becomes proof of your effort and resilience. This is how you take control of your life. Focusing on growth gives you power, clarity, and direction. It allows you to navigate difficult circumstances with calm and purpose. It gives you confidence because your progress is evidence of your capability, not external approval. It allows you to face life head-on, knowing that your focus is on solutions, learning, and personal evolution rather than blame, pity, or frustration. Refusing to get lost in complaints and focusing instead on growth transforms not only your results, but also your character. You become someone who can handle challenges, adapt to change, and continue advancing even when life is tough. You stop being a spectator and start being a participant, a problem solver, and a person in control of their destiny. Growth becomes your habit, your mindset, and your most reliable path to success. Every moment spent complaining is a moment lost in progress. Every instance of pity is an opportunity wasted to learn and improve. Shift your focus. Study yourself, your actions, and your environment. Commit to constant improvement and the relentless pursuit of growth. That commitment will carry you farther than any sympathy, any easy comfort, or any temporary relief. Growth gives you freedom, power, and purpose. It shapes your future because it is rooted in action, learning, and resilience. Choosing growth over complaint is the choice to live a life of control and achievement. It's the choice to see life as a classroom, not a courtroom. It's the choice to invest in yourself instead of wasting energy on what cannot be changed. This mindset turns problems into solutions, challenges into skills, and setbacks into stepping stones. Focus on growth and your life changes. Your results improve, your perspective sharpens, and your strength multiplies. Growth becomes your power, and it becomes unstoppable. Number 9, create a vision that pulls you out of your comfort zone. Your life will only change when you create a vision that challenges you to move beyond what feels safe and familiar. Comfort zones are convenient, but they are also traps. Staying in what's easy keeps you stagnant. True progress comes when you have a clear picture of where you want to go, and that vision stretches you beyond your current limits. A strong vision isn't just about goals written on paper. It's a compelling image of your future that excites you, motivates you, and pulls you forward even when it's difficult. A vision that pulls you out of your comfort zone forces you to act differently than you have before. It requires new skills, new habits, and new ways of thinking. If your vision doesn't make you feel a little uncomfortable, it's probably not big enough. The more you challenge yourself with this vision, the more growth you experience. It's in the tension between where you are now and where you want to be that real transformation happens. When you create this kind of vision, it becomes a daily guide for your actions. Every decision, every choice, every action is measured against that vision. You ask yourself, does this move me closer to the life I see for myself, or does it keep me in the same place? That clarity eliminates distractions and forces focus. It gives you direction even when life is chaotic. It becomes a constant reminder that the path forward requires courage, effort, and persistence. A vision that challenges you also reshapes your mindset. It teaches you to embrace discomfort as a sign of progress rather than a reason to quit. You start seeing challenges not as obstacles, but as opportunities to develop the skills, resilience, and strength you need to achieve your vision. The discomfort becomes a signal that you are moving in the right direction, growing, and stepping into a version of yourself you couldn't reach by staying comfortable. Surrounding yourself with reminders of your vision amplifies its power. Write it down, revisit it daily, and immerse yourself in it mentally. Visualizing your desired life makes the future feel real and urgent. It creates internal momentum that pushes you to take consistent action, even when motivation fades. When you feel resistance, that vision acts as a magnet, drawing you forward and keeping your focus on the bigger picture rather than temporary challenges. Your vision also, when people see your dedication, focus, and willingness to step into the unknown, it creates energy and support around you. They may not fully understand your path, but your commitment makes them believe in possibility. Your vision becomes a source of influence, showing that stepping out of comfort is not only necessary but empowering. Creating a vision that pulls you out of your comfort zone requires honesty. You need to acknowledge where you are now, what you're capable of, and where you are holding yourself back. It requires evaluating your habits, your mindset, and your actions. Then you craft a vision that pushes against those limits, demanding growth, effort, and perseverance. Every action you take, aligned with that vision, compounds over time, moving you steadily closer to the life you desire. A compelling vision also encourages risk-taking. Growth rarely comes without risk. Stepping into something unfamiliar requires courage, but when your vision is strong, the discomfort of risk feels worthwhile. The potential reward, the life you imagine, outweighs the fear of failure or uncertainty. With every step outside your comfort zone, confidence builds, competence grows, and your capacity for achievement expands. Ultimately, a vision that pulls you out of your comfort zone transforms your daily life. It changes how you spend your time, what you focus on, and who you become. The small choices add up, creating momentum that reshapes your future. You are no longer passively reacting to life, you are actively creating it. This vision becomes the engine driving every action, thought, and decision, ensuring that even when challenges arise, you remain aligned with her. When your vision is clear, it energizes you to do what others avoid. It motivates you to persist when motivation fades, to act when fear arises, and to grow when resistance is strong. Comfort zones shrink in the face of a powerful vision because the pull of what you want, the life you see for yourself, is stronger than the temporary ease of staying where you are. To create a vision that truly pulls you forward, focus on a life you want in all areas: personal growth, relationships, health, finances, and purpose. Imagine the person you want to become and the impact you want to make. Let that image guide your daily actions, decisions, and priorities. When your vision is compelling, the effort required to step outside comfort becomes a fuel, not a burden. Your vision becomes the foundation of your transformation. It gives you clarity, courage, and commitment. It teaches you to embrace challenges, take responsibility, and act consistently. It motivates you to leave behind excuses, distractions, and complacency. So, a life built around a powerful vision is a life of progress, growth, and achievement, and it is the key to stepping fully into your potential. When you commit to this vision and pursue it relentlessly, comfort zones become stepping stones rather than barriers. Each small step outside the familiar builds experience, skill, and confidence. Each risk taken in alignment with your vision strengthens your resolve and expands your capacity. Over time, you realize that the only way to achieve what you truly want is by consistently acting outside what feels safe, guided by the compelling picture of the life you are creating. The vision you create today becomes the reality you live tomorrow. It's not enough to imagine it passively. You must let it push you, guide you, and challenge you every day. That vision is the force that pulls you forward, away from comfort, and into a life of purpose, progress, and personal power. The more detailed, compelling, and challenging your vision, the more it will motivate you to take the actions necessary to make it real. Your comfort zone can no longer dictate your life. A clear, powerful vision will continuously stretch you, shape your decisions, and transform your daily habits. You become someone who doesn't settle for ease or mediocrity. You become someone who pursues growth relentlessly, who embraces challenges courageously, and who steps into a life that fulfills your potential. A vision that pulls you forward changes not just what you do, but who you become. Number 10, become the hero of your own story. Save yourself every day. The most powerful truth about life is that no one is coming to rescue you. Your success, your growth, and your happiness depend entirely on your willingness to act and take responsibility. Being the hero of your own story means stepping up every day, facing the challenges in front of you, and refusing to wait for someone else to solve your problems. It means understanding that your life is your responsibility, and the only way forward is to take charge and lead yourself with courage, clarity, and commitment. Becoming your own hero starts with accountability. Every choice you make, every action you take, and every decision you avoid shapes the story of your life. Excuses and blame have no place in the journey of someone who takes their life seriously. People who wait for others to intervene often find themselves stuck, frustrated, and powerless. Those who step forward, even when it's uncomfortable, begin to reclaim their power one deliberate action at a time. Being the hero means embracing courage. Life will throw obstacles in your path, unexpected setbacks, and moments of doubt. Courage doesn't mean absence of fear. It means moving forward despite it. Each time you confront challenges rather than avoid them, You strengthen your resolve and reinforce your ability to handle adversity. Courage becomes a habit when you choose daily to face your fears, take responsibility for your decisions, and refuse to allow circumstances to define your life. Heroes understand the importance of vision. They see beyond their current struggles and envision the life they want to create. This vision acts as a guide, pulling them forward when challenges arise and providing clarity in moments of uncertainty. Your story becomes intentional when guided by a clear purpose. You are no longer reacting to events. You are creating the narrative of your life. Ultimately, being the hero of your own story means refusing to rely on external forces for your survival or success. It means waking up every day with the determination to protect, improve, and advance your life. You act when others hesitate. You face challenges when others avoid them. You pursue growth when others settle. Each choice reinforces the reality that your life is yours to lead, and no one else can do it for you. Take full ownership of your life. Each day is a choice to act, to grow, and to move forward. Stop waiting for anyone else to rescue you. Stand up, face your challenges, and become the hero of your own story. Your future depends on the actions you take today. Save yourself and build the life you deserve.